Hey there, Doug with B&H here, and today we have an exciting new E Mount cinema zoom lens from Sony. That's right, this is the FE C 16-35 T3.1 G. This lens appears to be the first in a new cinema lens series from Sony. It's been designed for cinema and video professionals alike because this lens fuses traditional cinema lens operability with the benefits of the Sony E Mount. This means, of course, that you get Sony's autofocus technology, but also you get precise manual focus control, which, as many of you know, is essential for a traditional film shoot. Now, as a result, this is a lens that operates on two levels, one being cinema-like manual focus control, and the second being fast and precise autofocus capabilities. How exactly is that possible? And more importantly, how good is the manual control? Let's find out. In order to showcase the capabilities of the lens, we've paired it up with the new Sony FX6, a full-frame E Mount 4K cinema camera that we also just did a review on, which you can check out right here. Let's start with image quality. The 16-35mm is a Sony G lens offering superior sharpness and excellent resolution, necessary of course for razor-sharp 4K capture. It has a bright and large T3.1 constant aperture. Yes, that's right, it uses T-stops, and it also uses an 11-blade circular aperture ring for a smooth and cinematic background defocus effect. This lens deploys 2 XA, or extreme spherical, and 3 aspheric elements for minimal distortion and curvature. The floating focus mechanism is optimized for motion picture applications, ensuring outstanding resolution and very low distortion at any shooting distance. The lens body lives up to its cinema ambitions. It has 3 geared independent rings, focus, iris, and zoom, for accurate and precise operation as well as compatibility with professional accessories like a follow focus. The zoom ring is mechanical, and the lens does come with a servo motor built in for power zoom control, making this a great lens for unscripted work or documentaries. Zoom speed can be set to high or low. Low mode zoom takes about 30 seconds, while high speed takes only 3 seconds to zoom in or out. I'm going to switch to low. Again, zooming on the lens, and it is very slow. Yeah, very, very slow. You can see the lens itself moving at a snail's pace. Now, if you want to use the traditional zoom rocker on the grip, that of course has its own way to manage speed, and that of course is the pressure you apply to it. So in this case, apply all the way down and you get the maximum speed on zoom. But if you pull back just lightly, you can get that very slow zoom. The iris ring can be locked if you want to set your depth of field, and even though this is a cinema lens, depending on your shooting style, the iris ring can be set to clicked or declicked with the click switch. The focus ring, of course, is selectable between AF/MF or full MF, so let's start with full manual focus. All right, if you want to hold it up maybe just a little bit higher.
This way?
That is a little less. Perfect, perfect. Now, many of us know that the electronic focus-by-wire setup, as it's called, doesn't have the greatest reputation when it comes to precise focus pulling. But Sony's new linear response manual focus technology enables a very smooth, lag-free manual focus experience, allowing you to manually just focus accurately. You can see here I'm focused on the building behind, and I'm going to combine that with a little camera move. We're just going to pan over a little bit and focus up front to our subject. Predictable, smooth, it works. This new focus ring offers a 120-degree angle of rotation with hard stops for finer control of focus ring rotation. In other words, it works and feels like a mechanical cinema lens. Only it's not. Like any true cinema lens, there are distance scale markers labeled in meters and feet on the lens barrel itself, so you can confidently reset your mark and shoot a new take again and again. Moving on, when you click the lens into AF/MF mode, the lens uses 2 independent autofocus groups that allow autofocus movement through a wide range, while minimizing focus ramping and breathing. The direct drive SSM linear actuator features a rapid, precise AF group position without noise or vibration of rotational mechanisms. This means that the lens is capable of providing silent AF tracking with a very shallow depth of field, which is near impossible to do manually. To summarize, these linear actuators rapidly move the elements back and forth without noise or vibration, providing incredibly fast and accurate autofocus tracking. And if you move the focus ring to full MF, an optical sensor will measure the rotation of the focus ring much more precisely to give you a more manual feel when pulling focus by hand. So this lens is not exactly light. It's a pro-level heavy-duty lens weighing a little more than 3 pounds or 1,390 grams and measuring 6 inches long. The front lens diameter is a cinema standard 114mm, ensuring compatibility with most matte boxes. And in the box, it does come with a convenient lens hood that attaches on the front to block any potential flaring. I think it's fair to say that the video production industry has been trending towards a more single operator production style for a while now. The quality of life features that have made their way into modern cameras has really changed how we shoot and produce video content. And why shouldn't that extend to more traditional film shoots, where manual control is often the only control? Filmmakers need tools that reflect this trend, and it's exciting to see how the new Sony FE C 16-35mm T3.1 G lives up to both its E Mount lineage and its filmmaking ambitions. Between the cinema-esque manual focus control, fast autofocus tracking, and the compatibility with professional accessories, this new lens makes capturing high-end cinematic content much easier for a one-person crew. But what are your thoughts on this new cinema zoom lens? Let us know in the comments below. This is Doug with B&H, and I'll see you next time.